Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest and most controversial topics in the financial world: the impact of Airbnb on the U.S. housing market. This is an issue that's sparked heated debates among economists, lawmakers, and everyday citizens alike, and it's not just a passing trend. This topic has significant implications for the future of housing, investment, and community living in America. Let's start with the basics. Airbnb, as you likely know, is a platform that allows property owners to rent out their homes or rooms to travelers for short stays. What began as a way for people to earn a little extra cash has transformed into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Sounds like a win-win, right? Not so fast. While Airbnb has undoubtedly revolutionized travel and hospitality, it's also been accused of disrupting local housing markets in ways that are far from beneficial for everyone. Imagine this: you're looking to rent an apartment in a bustling city like New York, San Francisco, or Miami, but every time you find a promising listing, you discover that the unit is instead being used as an Airbnb rental. That's the reality for many people today. Property owners are increasingly turning to Airbnb to rent out their homes for short-term stays rather than offering them as long-term rentals. Why? Because short-term rentals often yield higher profits, but this shift has a ripple effect on the housing market. It reduces the availability of long-term rental properties, driving up demand and, consequently, rent prices. For tenants, this is a nightmare. Now, let's flip the coin. From the perspective of property owners, Airbnb offers an unprecedented opportunity to maximize the return on their investments. A homeowner in a popular tourist destination can potentially earn thousands of dollars a month by renting their property to travelers. This has made Airbnb a popular choice not just for individual homeowners, but also for real estate investors who purchase multiple properties solely for short-term rentals. It's a lucrative business model, but it raises the question, at what cost? One of the most significant concerns is affordability. According to recent studies, cities with a high concentration of Airbnb listings often see a noticeable increase in housing costs. This is especially problematic in areas where affordable housing is already scarce. Critics argue that Airbnb's business model prioritizes profits over people, making it harder for middle and low-income families to find affordable places to live. But it's not just renters who are affected. Communities also feel the impact. Neighborhoods that were once quiet and residential can transform into bustling areas filled with tourists. This change can disrupt the sense of community, increase noise levels, and even strain local resources. For long-time residents, it can feel like their neighborhood is being taken over by transient visitors. Governments and policymakers are starting to take notice. Many cities across the U.S. have implemented or are considering regulations to curb the negative effects of short-term rentals. For instance, some cities have introduced limits on the number of days a property can be rented out on platforms like Airbnb. Others require property owners to obtain special permits or pay additional taxes. These measures aim to strike a balance between allowing homeowners to benefit from Airbnb while protecting the broader housing market and community. But regulation is a tricky business. Too many restrictions, and you risk stifling a platform that has undeniably brought benefits to travelers and homeowners alike. Too few, and the housing market continues to spiral out of control. It's a delicate balancing act, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. So, what can be done? For starters, more transparency is needed. Airbnb and similar platforms should be required to share data with local governments to help them understand the scope of the problem and craft effective policies. Education is another crucial piece of the puzzle. Property owners need to be aware of the broader impact their decisions have on their communities. And as consumers, we can all make more conscious choices about where and how we travel. At its core, this debate is about more than just money. It's about fairness, sustainability, and the kind of communities we want to build for the future. Airbnb has changed the way we travel, but it's also changing the way we live. The challenge now is to ensure that these changes are for the better. As we navigate this complex issue, it's important to keep the conversation going. Whether you're a renter, a homeowner, or just someone interested in the future of housing, your voice matters. Let's work together to find solutions that benefit everyone, not just a select few. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this has given you some valuable insights into one of the most pressing financial topics of our time. Until next time, take care and stay informed.